guys, welcome back. So we're going to be planting some seeds that I started this year, some snapdragons. I also started some marigolds, so I'm going to plot those in different places in the yard. I have some that I had last year that came back and they're amazing that I just put in the landscape, and I'm like, I need to add them in the landscape a little bit more. They're kind of in a weird spot, but I'm going to keep them there. But let me show those to you, and then I'll show you what snapdragons I have. These are the cut flower kind. I can't remember the name. I'll put the variety on the screen because I have to look it up. This bee is just loving me right now. Go away. My goodness. Why is he chasing me down? Gosh. Goodness, I had to totally leave the area. I'm not normally afraid of bees, but not when they're aggressive and chase you. That's a different story. So I'm gonna actually cut these ones that are tall at some point today and bring them inside. This is like the perfect time to do it. And really, this was growing back quite funky because some of it had died. So I'm gonna try to cut it really close to the base. Okay, I'm usually not afraid of bees, but man, that one was aggressive. So I ran a bit. So these, yeah, like I said, I'll put the variety on the screen, but these are the cut flower kind. They're either the, I think these are the Potomac pink or something, but they're so pretty. And I just let them go. They kind of died back halfway and then were surviving. And so I realized these will come back in my yard. And so I'm gonna just put them in different areas in my yard and not necessarily have them in like a cut flower garden area. I have a small area that I might do a few. I haven't decided, but I think I'll try to plant most of them in the landscape. But these are a good time to pick these cut flower snapdragons is when just a few of these blooms have popped out. They will open up for you in the vase. So I'm gonna come in at some point today and cut this all the way back, and then this will be a little lower. Like I said, it looks kind of funny right here, but it's actually cute, and I'm gonna leave it. So that's what I'm planting in little spots, and I'm hoping that they'll just come back every year. We'll see. If they don't, it's fine. If they do, that's amazing. And I had some come back in here, and it's kind of in the shade, but they did pretty good. Those ones have done the best, and those were just like landscape snapdragons. Look at my peonies, so pretty. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do, I took out a few of this iris rhizomes or whatever they're called. I took a few out to open a little space right here. So I'm gonna plant a few here. Just need to decide what color, and I'll show you what colors I have in a minute. And the sprinklers went off last night. I didn't intend them to do that. I put it at midnight and I was thinking they'd go off Saturday night, but I need to put Sunday on there if I put midnight, so I don't like them to go off on Saturdays. So I have this garden here which is so pretty, and I think some snapdragons in here will be pretty. Then I'll have these Mystic Illusion dahlias, which are a dark color with yellow flowers, and then I have the bubblegum here, and then I have a few catmints to plant here too. Maybe I'll just get that done too and button up this area. I think I'm gonna. There's weed cloth in some spaces, but I had one die out here, but I'm gonna put one here and here, and that'll be a pretty mix, I think. Yeah, and then I'll plop in some snapdragons here, here, and back there, and behind the catmint, because they'll be a little taller, and then I have a little spot that I've opened up here. And I think that will be really fun. I think I'll do like white back here and maybe peach up front where these are, so you can kind of see the peach. And then over here you'll just see white because there's a lot of color going on right here. I'm still trying to figure out how to not make things look too crazy and nice. Let me pan out a little bit. But still feel cohesive, if that makes sense. I want things to feel cohesive, but I don't want it to look like crazy color. So I'm trying to coordinate that, and it's sometimes hard because you have different areas that are close to each other, and it kind of makes my brain crazy once in a while. But sometimes I think I just think about it too much. But I think that will be pretty with the white, and I just have a few white, and they're not looking super great, but we'll see how they do. And they're the Potomac white, I believe. So I'll do that. Yeah, and I'm gonna plant these catmint and just get this spot done. I like this area to look a little mountainy cottage, I call it. I like the pines mixed with some like cottage flowers, and I think it's coming together pretty good. I've been working on this for like 4 years to get it where I want it, and I think it's finally coming together. So let's show you what snapdragons I have. And it's Saturday, so we got music on in the background. Okay, so let's see. Chantilly salmon, which is a really pretty salmon color. It's light salmon, so it's a light peach. Oh, yes. So I'll put that in some of that area. Chantilly cream yellow. Ooh, I have some more of those and they'll look good. And then apple blossom. That's really pretty too. Some of these survived. Some of them didn't. They got a little dried out by some wind when I had them out. And then I have some marigolds too. I need to pop places. We'll see where I'm going to put those. And then I have a few white. And these are the ones that I think I'm going to stick back in there. And we'll see how they do. So let's start with that. I'm going to grab the catmint. We'll talk about that. And then we'll get that little area buttoned up. Okay, those are pretty here. And this area does get kind of hot and dry. So I think it's a good choice. I might scoot this one back a little bit, like here. And scoot this one up a little bit, like here. So let's look at the specs on these, because this is a little bigger. I usually get cat's pajamas for small areas. This area is a little bigger, so I got the cat's meow. Full sun, it's a drought tolerant plant. They get 17 to 20 inches high, so I think that'll be perfect to have the snapdragons behind it, because they get like 36 inches plus, and then 24 inches apart. I do plant my plants a little closer together than it suggests, but I think that will be good. And the serendipis here, the spirea, this gives us a chance to spread out a little bit. I almost wish I would have tucked that back a little bit more, but I didn't want to impede on this here, but it'll be totally fine. And I can slide it back next early spring before it blooms again, and hopefully it'll live here. I think it will though, because it gets quite dry here. So let's get these in here. Hopefully there's no weed cloth in here. Get these planted. Those look good there. I'm gonna love the purple next to this yellow. It's gonna be so pretty, and these will kind of bloom on and off. This one's just barely starting to bloom. These are from the nursery, so they're blooming quite a bit, and they're actually almost done. So now I have my drill. I have this smaller bit I'm gonna use for these, and I actually looked at the tag with those ones by the marigolds, and I thought they were white, but they're actually red. So I'm glad I didn't plant those in there. I don't usually do red in the garden, so I really don't know where I'm gonna stick those. I'll find some spot, and maybe I won't use them. I don't know. Don't really like red. So 3 here. This is so awesome. Since there's gar here, I did the light salmon here in between, and I think that will be really pretty intermixed with the Gara. Ideally, I wish the Gara was back here. Maybe someday I'll move it. These are the creamy yellow. These are creamy yellow. Didn't put any here because this is going to get big. And then I put the salmon here again next to this white Gara, so they'll stand out a little bit more. And I think that will look really pretty. And do apple blossom here. I think that will be really pretty with the yellow. And we'll do apple blossom here too, and then the salmon is just right behind there. So yeah, that apple blossom will look really pretty with everything here, and the raspberry superbena. And we'll fill in these little spots. And then these are gonna be gone. And then we'll have some pops of color in here. But look how pretty the catmint is, just peeking beyond here. So pretty. Let's take a look at it over here. Yep, I love that. Love that. So I'm changing direction a little bit. I was just gonna focus popping all of these snapdragons just all over the yard, but I think I'm gonna focus on this section for this video because I do have some more flowers. And man, here, watch out, Piper. These are a slightly different color. Are they the same? Oh, okay, they're pretty much the same. This one's maybe a little more purple. Couldn't remember exactly what I had. And I just love these in here. They look mountainy to me. And so I want to plant them in here, but the thing is, they're a pain in the butt. So it's a pain in the butt to dig around in there, but that sedum, I already took one autumn joy sedum out of here because it's just too shady now. That one I want to take out too, so hopefully I can plug something in there. Piper's been digging a hole by the base of that tree. And there's weed cloth in here, which is so annoying. But I think I'm gonna try to snug that one in there and that one in there. And then there's one here that's just not doing very well, and I'm gonna transplant it over here and maybe stick it in front. And so I just have a big grouping, or maybe just over here, and move that ajuga, because I just love these filling in this little space right here. So let's see if I can do that. See how I can dig. Hopefully I can. I dread planting in here and I put it off, but I feel like it's going well so far, and the soil's a little damp, so it should be okay as long as we cut out some of that weed cloth, but I feel like it's tucked under some rocks. Ugh. So we'll see. I love that. The mass of those is so pretty. Oh, especially with these roses when they get a little bit bigger. Oh my goodness. And that one, I think it was just getting too hot and dry. And these have done well here. This one is, Piper, come here, honey. This one is kind of blocking my sprinkler a little bit, but I think it's fine. I think everything gets watered pretty good. We'll have to check on those, but isn't that pretty underneath that tree? Oh, I just love it. Okay, let's see if there's any more places we can pop some snapdragons. Maybe over here. Got this hydrangea. I have a feeling it's not going to get too big, but maybe we can tuck in a few right here. Oh my gosh, see, this is what she's been doing. She's following me around today because she gets obsessed with this. It's kind of not good for your dogs, but my watch keeps doing that, so that's why she's hanging around me so much today. Piper, you're entranced. Okay, let's tuck a few in here and we'll see how they do. Try to put these somewhere else where they will do a lot better. I have a whole front area that they would be really pretty in, so maybe I'll just throw them in there. Sometimes when I don't know what to do with plants, I just tuck them in that spot. In fact, there's one more back here that I need to dig out, and I'll do that before I plant those snapdragons. Let's move this mulch. You know, I plant things places and then I learn. I planted that about 3 years ago before I knew where it should go. Okay. So I didn't talk about this. This is a Scabiosa butterfly blue. And I'm not sure if it's the exact same variety as the other one, but I'll try to remember the name of this one. And it's just a pincushion flower, Scabiosa, and it likes full sun, but mine do actually really good in this spot where they do get a lot of afternoon sun here. They do well, and I think they're a little protected too from our heat. Sometimes I do feel like I can get just a little bit of powdery mildew on them, especially that one towards the end of the year, but I think that might be because it's next to a sprinkler, but we'll see. Maybe if I have that issue again, I'll probably move this one here just so it's more out of the way and it can dry out a little bit more. But I have had that issue. But look how pretty with the purple and the yellow and the pink. Oh my goodness. The last thing we're going to end on, the lupine looks so pretty in here. And so I just love having something a little taller. And so I'm contemplating the idea of putting the marigolds in here, the yellow ones, to kind of bring it out from over there. And I think that would be my best choice. I do have some of these but that I didn't use in the front, but I might want them by my roses in front. I kind of like having the purple with them, so that's where I was going to put those. So I think I will just do the marigolds and hopefully that will look cute with the bubble gum in front of it. I'd spent time taking out all this weed cloth. It's like the bane of my existence. I was able to dig some small holes, and so I think I will put the marigolds up there, and they'll be tall just like this, and I will surround the tree, and I think that will be really pretty. I'm gonna go for it. I think it might be a little busy. I always worry about things being too busy, but the lupine will be gone, and that will add some interest here. This whole area needs a little revamp as I've been thinking things out. And then I am gonna move that peony as soon as it's done blooming. I'm gonna put it over there so there's height. And then I think last thing I'm gonna do is put some snapdragons where this plant died. It's just dead, and I kind of got tired of that plant anyways. I don't really care. So I'll put snapdragons in there. And then at some point I'll figure the other part out. I don't know. Anyway, so that's the last thing we're gonna do. I'll probably just plop them in and then show you. All the marigolds are in, it's watered in. That was really dry in there, so I'm gonna have to pay attention to that too, but these are both kind of drought tolerant, so they should be totally fine. I'm gonna try not to do any extra watering. And I think I put apple blossom right here. So I think we're gonna end this video here. I might spend more time and not film it, just popping some more of these marigolds and snapdragons in here. And then I'll probably end up giving some to some family so they can have some too. I don't even know if I want to use the red. We'll see. I might find some places to tuck them. But we have the salmon here. That will look pretty with the delphinium too. The apple blossom. And then the creamy yellow back here. And some more salmon in the back. So that will look good. So thanks so much for joining me, you guys. I love this time of year when the peonies are blooming and things are starting to fill in and the layers are starting to show. It just looks so nice, and these look good here. I might cut this branch back a touch just so it's not laying on that completely. Yeah, probably cut it back just a little bit. But that's it. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.